It's
Ladies
Andrew
and
Schatkin
gentlemen,
show time. It's Andrew Schatkin show time. Andrew, what are we going to talk about today?
we're going to talk about two topics that have been blown sky high out of proportion and have misled us into their significant race and class. We're going to talk about race first. Race is meaningless, Neil. It is how
Okay.
people are born and structured and what they look like. And it's been blown sky high out of its actual significance. Let me put it this way. I don't think intellect and talent, or whatever you want to define, makes a person worthwhile is confined to any particular race.
Okay.
But
Good point.
until recently, Neil, and this is changing right now, the Caucasian races have acquired a kind of dictatorial dominance over the darker races. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
They
Okay.
pushed them around, and that is changing. And the Caucasian race, I think, is going to have to make room. You know, no.
So that
Uh,
makes sense. I mean, we're looking at, but then they say based on George Floyd and all that stuff, that's not really happened, Andrew.
well, I sincerely hope it does because I'm not a racist. I
Right.
have no hatred of the black or Asian or any other kind of race. Uh, the question is, does race mean anything? Neil, you and I know as intelligent thinking people, it does not mean anything. It is what a person
Right.
looks like. That's
Exactly.
all it is.
I mean,
Correct?
that's the hope. I think that ultimately, at the end of the day, it's based on certain circumstances or situations that family members have trained people to hate another race.
Yes.
They taught them to
But
despise
actually, it
another
has to
country,
do
despise
racism.
another people. Yeah.
Right. But racial hatred has to do with economic power. The lighter races, until recently, have acquired a kind of economic power over the darker people,
Right. Right. Right.
whether in Africa or slaves in the United States. And this has been going on for a while. And I believe it is rightfully changing. I'm anxious that the issue of race be thrown out of consideration. In my personal opinion, Neil, I'm sorry, I don't think it means anything. It's a person's appearance, their genes, their genetics. They're born into a certain look. It's no different than look. I don't want to say that people are animals, but I guess they are in some sense. We're all sort of have that animal aspect to our lives, whether sexual or otherwise.
Right.
And animals. There are different kinds of animals. There's horses. There's pigs. There's gorillas. There's whatever. So there's
Exactly.
different kinds of people. That's all it is.
So I mean, so Andrew, so basically what you want to try to tell come on this thing is that there really shouldn't be, you believe that race should not be an aspect to
No,
things.
I don't think so. I
But
don't. I
do you
think
think
that
that it
intelligence
is
is
happening?
equal.
Do you think
I
it's still do you
I
think
think it.
still
I think other races are pushed around by other kinds of races for economic power, money reasons.
okay,
I'm convinced
that's
that's
understandable.
why that is why there are these racial issues, and it also goes for personally, Neil. I believe there'll never be always is going to be kind of class structures in the world. Don't you think so? Can't
Well, I
get
mean,
rid of them.
I mean, in so many ways, I think there's always going to be class structures in certain ways. Yeah.
But don't you think the issue of race and why people or have racial feelings toward other people has to do with power and money?
Yeah, I think so. Power, money. Yeah.
Because race is one way for certain groups of people. It used to be the lighter groups, quite frankly. My lighter brothers, I'm not particularly happy with them the way they treated our black brothers. Do you think we treated the blacks right?
We treated them horribly.
We
But
did.
now should it be forgiven or do we still have more work to do, Andrew?
I think a lot of people. I hear remarks from people about Asians occasionally.
Right,
I
right, right.
like Asians. They're talented. They're hardworking. They are motivated to education and thought. I respect them.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So we're getting your overall take on this, Mr. Andrew Schatkin. So race, it was race, but it was not just the topic was race. Also, what
Class.
else? What's our
Yes.
topic?
Okay. Class is an artificial construct. Classes is no more than people who over the ages have acquired more money. Class is a matter of
Correct. And
economics.
it's almost like a caste system in our country
Yeah,
that's developing.
but that basically class. If you want to define people, you move in the United States and most societies, and that includes like the aristocratic societies in Europe. They originally acquired land and money. That's all they acquired this class status, like in England or Germany or France or whatever. They acquire class status because over the years, beginning in the Middle Ages, they got a lot of land and money, and they acquired power. Money
Exactly.
acquires you power,
Exactly.
and that's how class functions. It is a way of they're not honest enough people, upper class people, to look at to say the only reason I'm here is because of my money, but that's why they're there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's what, so basically,
And
how do
I
we
don't
change
believe
the
it's.
class?
I
And
don't
there's no
believe.
way, and there's no way to change the class system ever, is there?
I don't. But let me put it this way: I don't personally believe that people who have more money than other people are better people and
They're
more.
not. No, it's God is, we're all created
They're
in
all
God's
created.
likeness and image, and we all have to deal with our work. But I believe that you can get out of certain classes with hard work and effort. You
It is
still,
possible.
you,
It is possible,
it's possible, but it's not as
but I
easy
think I
because
think
circumstances can change that.
but I think that these are all race and class. The issues on these issues in our society and all over is a matter of money. People have
Okay.
more
I
money.
mean, the more
Kick
money,
around.
well,
People
so
who have
there's
more
more money.
money kick around
So does
darker
more
races.
money lead to more happiness, Andrew?
Uh, Matter of fact, it helps.
I guess that's all I'm gonna say. So
Yes,
why
I think
isn't,
so.
so here's the thing. We were having this conversation yesterday on the Dr. Christopher Hall show with another doctor, African American doctor. Both of them are African American doctors, and I basically said, why are we pushing always people to shoot for the moon that don't have real high expectations? I want to be a professional athlete. I want to be a professional musician. I want to be something that I get rich quick, but are not willing to put the work and effort to become educated and have a very good job and a very good lifestyle.
That's right.
Why? Why?
Well, I'm really not sure I can answer that reason. There are some there. Let me put it this way: there's always been an issue. I've discussed this likely with other people. Why certain people remain, for want of a better word, Neil, I hate to say to use this word, in this country, in the United States, there are huge educational opportunities. There's all kinds of schools, all kinds of ways that you can advance yourself, right?
Correct.
So the question is, if a person doesn't do that, uh, I agree with you. It's, that's what they chose.
All right.
They didn't
So
want
okay.
to put in the
All right.
work.
All right. So Schatkinshow.com for more information. Great topic again this week. Race and also class. I'd like to do the history of classes in the world
But
so
the
that we can
history of
look at a
classes has to do with people having power and money and
power. Money is
acquired power and
what
money.
makes the world go round. But
But it
why is it
also results
people?
in pushing around black people and
Oh,
other kinds of people.
that's not a good thing. But that goes back to a specific way that we historically as a country has become based on the way our culture worked, based on taking the slaves
But don't you
from
think that?
Africa.
But European culture had to do with the white people getting power and money and wielding it.
Oh yeah, because they found cheap labor. Okay, or no labor at all. Meaning, okay,
They went
shotgunshow.com.
what
All
did
right,
they do? Let me give you a question. What did we do in Africa? Did we do anything for those people? Nothing.
no, no, we didn't. So we got to look at that things, and that's where we got to look at the whole global society, and we can talk about that in another episode. Okay.
Good
So
enough.
that was again the YouTube Shotgun Show and shotgunshow.com. Take care, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen.